Morning. Reverend Bob here this morning. I got my glasses on so I can read these notes, man. I am sophisticated and serious about hitting a few points this morning because I wrote them down. That's particularly remarkable when you consider it 7:30 in the morning. I'd have to say that this is not me thinking about this. I woke up with this message this morning, and it's inspired. So at 7:30 in the morning, Bobby doesn't create things, okay? It's kind of a good and evil discussion. A lot of times we think of good and evil as being the two sides of the same coin, and that's not correct, okay? Because it gives evil too much of credit, because the coin was created by God, all right, and the good part of it and the wrong part of it are basically both created by God, but it's not created as evil. It's created as right and wrong. Okay, this is the right way. That's the wrong way. The correct way to live and be happy is over here. The wrong way to live and be unhappy and so on is over there. God created those two concepts, and he created the entire coin. Evil is a person. It is the person, the creature that the Bible refers to as Satan and Lucifer and first one naming another. But it's an individual. It is a thing. And Satan took the concept of good and right and wrong and added action to the wrong side and squeezed evil out of there. Okay? So, did that with a lie. Okay, God can't lie. Okay, Satan is the father of lies. So he takes the things that Eve in the Garden of Eden, if you follow that story, is you will surely not die. God said you'll die if you eat this fruit or if you touch it, and you will surely not die. The beginning of lie, okay? And what that has created in mankind is this sense that evil and good are on the opposite sides of a coin. Give evil credit for having a similar amount of real estate or a similar amount of power. And that is definitely not true. Evil in the sight of God, evil is a very dim shadow on a very cloudy day. Okay, that's as good a metaphor as I can give you for what evil amounts to. The power of evil is really only in its persistence and its intensity when it comes to subverting good in the world. Following evil is a suicide pact. All right, it is, no matter what they're doing, no matter how they do it, no matter what they say, the demons and the people involved in witchcraft and everything, they may be deceiving themselves. But at the end of the day, all the rank and file in that organization may not know it, but evil is a suicide pact. They have already lost. They're coming up against, they're taking sticks and stone spears and attacking nuclear weapons. They're so outmatched that it's incredible, and every one of those characters know it. Their objective is to take as many down with them as they can. That they hate man. They hate man because man created this entire jealousy concept between Satan and man, and he was mad that God wasn't giving him the favor that he felt like he deserved. So he created this whole problem. This cult of suicide and that evil is not a lot different in its concept than cults you see here in this world. Thinking on Jim Jones and drinking the Kool-Aid down in Guyana. Boy, that was a bad idea. But it was a bunch of people that had become enamored with the word and the thoughts and the teachings of a man, and did not verify these things or check them out with the textbook, which is the Bible. All right. Today, we just say, well, Jim Jones, you can look back on those kind of things and say, well, yeah, that was, everybody should have known that. No, they didn't see it. They didn't see it. There was something like 900 of them dead out around that Kool-Aid carafe. And if they saw it coming, it was at the last minute. In Western society, we have a much bigger cult, a much bigger alternative religion is what I believe it is. And that's the suicide pact of climate change believing, all right? They're zealots. I mean, they believe it 100%. They're completely invested in it. I mean, they're driving around in an electric car that costs twice as much and won't get them all the way to grandma's house. And yet but they feel so good about themselves and feel like they're the right direction. The people at Jonestown felt like they were doing the right thing. Didn't turn out so good when their bodies were lying out there in the hot sun, swelling up, turning black. That was evil. And this whole climate thing, how can a rational person here in the Western world that's got at least some education, and surprisingly, the more education you got, the more likely you are to be in one of those cults. But how is it that it's right for the Western world, Europe and the United States and all, Australia and these folks to strangle themselves and probably starve their populations by going away from fossil fuels, while at the same time over in Asia, China's building a new coal-fired power plant and starting one up every week that has zero emission controls. As nasty as you can burn coal, that's what the Chinese are doing. So they're generating power cheap. I mean, they're blowing smoke into the environment and killing people by the millions probably in their own country, but they don't care about that. All right? It is not rational that a cult like climate change can look at the two sides of that equation and come out with a right conclusion. But it's not that the climate change people are evil. It's that they're following a message that is just dead wrong. It can't be true for the Western world and not true for the Far East. That it's all the same planet. If it's right here, it ought to be right there. The bottom line is it's wrong both places, okay? So don't follow down that track thinking that evil is anywhere near as powerful as the God that we believe in and that redeems us. It is nothing compared to God. You do not have to fear evil. If you have a Jesus in your heart, Holy Spirit in you, evil is just a fly speck shadow on a very cloudy day. Reverend Bob coming to you from Firebase Billy Bob here in Swanee, Georgia, and wishing you a great day. Don't fear evil. Destroy it. Use God to destroy it, okay? We're not capable of doing it, but our God can just wipe it out, like just, brushing crumbs off a table. Thank you. We love you. Bye.